So my name is Emily Shrader, and I work for a sending organization called Serge, and we have been supported by Memorial Park since 2006. So we're going on a long time here, guys. Thank you so much for walking with us through the ups and downs of ministry life. Currently, I work in mobilization and renewal for Serge, and my husband David is an EPC Air Force chaplain who just got back from his first deployment overseas. We're thankful that he's home safe and sound. Had a very fruitful ministry, downrange, as they say. And he's back. And my first prayer request would just be for him. He is currently the chaplain for the maintenance squadrons, which is basically 7 squadrons, 2,400 people that he is the chaplain for. And so he's working, and they work 3 shifts. They're probably the hardest working people in the Air Force. And so they're the ones that keep the planes going. And so you can just pray for him. He's on a new schedule. He's doing different shifts so that he can be visible and available to people who are working in the middle of the night and who are working, in the afternoons and evenings and in the mornings. He's trying to get out there. So he's working hard and he's feeling it. He's feeling it. So pray for him. We went to 6 Christmas parties last weekend. With all the different squadrons. So it's a lot. It is a lot, but I love getting out there with them when I'm able to and getting to meet people and see more of what his life is like. As far as work with Serge, there's a lot of things going on. I am moving into full-time. I'm full-time now. I'm 32 hours a week, but I'm moving up to 40 hours a week working with Serge. And I'm actually going to be in the new fiscal year. So starting in the summer, I'll be working in full-time renewal, moving out of my recruiting role into really more of a training and mentoring for our fielded workers, of course, but also for the church in America. One of the things that's great about our materials is that they were developed originally for our missionaries who are experiencing burnout. But we've realized that Jack Miller, who is the pastor who founded our organization and kind of started some of these things like mentored sonship, maybe you've heard of some of that. We've realized that the materials are really helpful for the church in America too. So we have a very broad scope of impact, I think, with the materials that we have. One of the exciting things is that in January, let's see if let me take the blur off. Aw, I don't know how to do this.
It's working. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, so this is a new book that's coming out in January called Life-Changing Mission. It is a series of devotionals for short-term mission trips. And I wrote chapter 3. So that's kind of fun. That's a new thing and a fun thing that's coming out of some of mission experience, the fact that you've been on the field for a significant amount of time and you can come back and really hopefully speak into people's lives and encourage them and equip them. The other thing is that you can pray for is our work in South Asia. As Leah was sharing, I think that the Lord is moving in South Asia, and I don't think the enemy is happy about it. And so one of our longest standing workers was expelled last month. He tried to get back into the country and was denied entry indefinitely. His family was still there. They've since just gotten back to America. A lot of upheaval there. They've been there for over 20 years. And so have established a clinic in the mountains. And so this, of course, was very upsetting to all of us. And yet, right? But God, right? That's what we say. Last week, we appointed 4 new missionaries to that team, to that place. They're all I'm trying to think. Their visa is such because the two couples, there's a sibling group in the couple, and they're both Indian. And so they have overseas citizen visas, which means they're on a totally different visa than the nonprofit that we've been working with, which means they can get in, which is really a big deal. And I kind of think I'm a big Marvel fan, so I think about Hydra, cut off one head and two more grow in its place. I was like, take out one, and God puts four more, and all four of them are doctors. So, and this guy was a nurse practitioner. So all I'm saying is that God is working and Satan is putting up a fight and he's throwing a fit, but it's nothing that the Lord can't handle. That being said, coming alongside our friends who are grieving, when you get tossed out of a country and you don't even have the opportunity to say goodbye to people that you've been in community with for decades, is really, really brutal. So I can't say their names. It's very secure, but just be praying for those guys. And the final thing to share is, the other thing I wanted to say, I'm just trying to make connections here. We appointed 11 new missionaries last week, which includes 2 new teams. So we have a team forming in Paraguay now, and then we're starting a team in Taiwan. So that's pretty exciting. We're really thrilled to be expanding our ministry across the globe. And then finally, I just want to encourage everybody, if you're in the Pittsburgh area, on February 8th, it's a Saturday at Belfield Church in Oakland, we're going to be Serge is hosting a gospel-centered life weekend, which is a retreat, 1-day mini retreat to encourage spiritual renewal. It's for anyone. Even high school students would really benefit from it. I'm going to be one of the main speakers, and then my colleague, Mark Davis, who is really just excellent, is the other speaker. David, my husband David, and Miriam will be here, and perhaps even Wesley. And so we would really love for you guys to join us there, especially so that you can get a taste of kind of the DNA of the training and the encouraging that I get to do with our missionaries on the field and missionaries actually from other organizations, and then people in the States. So yeah, and then you can just pray for us. We've got a lot of change. May's graduating and commissioning into the Air Force. That's our oldest. Wesley has decided that App State is not for him, and he is moving to Pittsburgh. So he's gonna work for a while. He feels like Pittsburgh is home away from, he's a TCK. So if he were to say what's home in America, he would say Pittsburgh. So he's moving to Pittsburgh. He's gonna work and kind of figure some things out there. And then Miriam is a freshman, and she is in the midst of her very first midterms and is really feeling the stress. So you can pray for her too. And our family, the 5 of us, are together for Christmas for the first time, just the 5 of us, really maybe ever, since we moved to the field. So we're really looking forward to a sweet time together. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support. We love you, and we're eager to see you all face to face sometime soon.